Okay. Let's just camera flip. Okay. So as you can see behind me, heavy cop presence in the area. Okay. There's a heavy cop presence in the area already, and I haven't even made it to the actual protest. I do see it up ahead, though. There is a police chop. Well, it's actually probably a news chopper up ahead, up above, I should say. Looks like the protest has moved on to Old Main, and we're gonna flip around now. Looks like, I don't know if you can see, this is where everyone is. Not exactly sure. There's a bunch of cheering. We'll see what that was about. But we're gonna get close to the action here. Just a little bit. A couple picnicking. That's fun. Here we go. Looks like a group. Alright, so I'm gonna flip around to my ugly mug for a second here. So it looks like a protest of about 300 people maybe. Someone's police siren bullhorn just went off. Spectacular. Completely peaceful. Started off that way. Looks like it's finished that way. We've got a news chopper overhead, which I said before. Not sure if it's coming to an end or not. The woman who was just speaking kind of wrapped it up in a nice way, but we'll see where this goes. Doesn't look like it's dispersing yet. No one really moved when she said go back to your sororities and all that, so we'll see where this goes. More people are still coming. This is far from over, it seems. You can see, still a pretty big crowd. It's not going anywhere. People are passing around the bullhorn basically and talking. I imagine it's been going on for a while. Apparently they've been here since 9:30. Lots of people still here. No one's really going anywhere. Actually, more people are coming than anything. So still a pretty sizable presence.
I gotta go out back. I was gonna walk to university and I gotta see. Well, it's gonna take me a couple minutes to walk to see the crossroad. Yeah.
All right. So again, not exactly sure what's happening. People are starting to move a little bit, but not in a specific direction, picking up signs again. The George Floyd chants, a rallying cry, of course. It's got a couple hundred people. Got a completely peaceful protest. Nothing going on here, other than a bunch of people gathering under a cause.
Thank you so much. This ain't over. It ain't done yet.
Every time someone comes up and starts talking, and then immediately says thank you and all that stuff, and then everybody starts chanting, nope, it's not over. United States police are not trained to protect, is what that sign says. You wanna Black Lives Matter sign behind it. That's an afro. There you go, just went down. There you go. More of a rally as opposed to a protest here, but same idea. Calls to start marching. I don't necessarily disagree. But again, I'm just here to support. It's more of a documenter. This is what I was waiting for. We all knew this was coming. The F the police chants, of course. Sure that won't be the last time we hear that. Alright. Looks like some people are getting a little restless, wanting to move and march. We'll see where this goes. I'm not currently downtown. Here. Back off from the group a little bit. Okay. So as it currently stands, I am at the University of Arizona. We are actually right by the first building that was ever constructed at the University of Arizona. So yeah, it's just kind of, it started downtown apparently earlier tonight around 7:38. So, right at University of Arizona. Looks like it is mostly students, yeah, Dev. Now they're telling the chopper to fuck off, because as soon as we stopped talking, the chopper pulled away, or as soon as they stopped talking. Been loud again, hell yeah. There were helicopters. There is still. You can see there's one buzzing around. Not sure if it's a police chopper or a news chopper, but it is what it is. Alright, the crowd is moving out now. Looks like we're marching again. We'll see where this goes. I'll be following along the whole way, seeing where this goes. This, in all likelihood, stays peaceful, but you know, you never know. Police presence is never a guarantee of anything. So, some great sign work here. Also, gotta say, some phenomenal signs. Some real artistic passion. Some real flair shown with some of these signs out here. In the middle of a crowd, I'm gonna flip to my ugly mug. Mostly covered mug. I kind of look like a ninja right now, if I'm being perfectly honest. Trying not to shoot faces. Say his name. There you go. And the crowd has started moving out. I'm gonna try to keep other people's faces out of this. There's no reason to be, if this ever does break into something a little more violent, a little less peaceful, whether it be due to just a mob mentality or due to police interference. I don't want to get any faces in here, any faces of protesters anyways. There's ramifications that can come from that, so, and I'm okay with, this is my Instagram, so my face showing is not a big deal, and taking a bit of a journalistic risk doing this anyways, so being out here. So you can hear the chants. You can see a sizable amount of crowd behind me. I'm pretty much in the middle, so what you see behind me, or what you did see behind me, is roughly what's also in front of me. It does look like a crowd of about 300 to 500 people. It's pretty sizable. It's bigger than any college course I've taken, that's for sure. So yeah, we're moving, looks like we're moving towards University, which is the little shopping and food strip that is right down the street from the University of Arizona. And downtown is where this started, obviously around the police station. But this is the real hub. This is the real hub of Tucson. It's where everything happens. It's where the most people are located. So it makes sense that this would move towards University. Yeah, here I'll do another quick crowd scan. You can get a better picture of it when it's so. See, it goes all the way up there.
Not the police! Not the police! Not the police! Not the police!
That's a lot of people. I'm gonna try to stay to the outside, just either so that I can be heard a little bit better. You've got people leading chants, either of say his name, George Floyd, fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Definitely a very powerful movement right now, and definitely the epitome of what's going on across the country right now. This is, this is what it's all about. I take it this is gonna go for a long time. So what's my battery at right now? 79%, so I'll probably be here until it hits 20%-ish. And I guess we'll just see. Thanks, Mom. I promise I'll be safe. Fuck Trump! Gotta join in on that one. Fuck Trump! Fuck Trump! Fuck Trump! Gotta join in on that one. So we're gonna stay with this for a while. So far I'm not seeing any police presence. No noticeable police presence anyways. Although if the crowd stays this loud, I imagine a police presence will at some point show up. We'll see how this goes. You see, we're moving down the main street.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
So as we continue to march, and there's nothing really interesting other than chanting, I'll flip it back to me. More chanting. There's people trying to leave right now. People trying to leave. It's not going to happen for a couple minutes, especially if they're trying to come this way. It's just not happening. We'll see what happens when we get to the end of University. It doesn't look like the cops have really been following. Oh, we have police lights up ahead. We'll see what that in turns into, but I just saw a cop car up ahead. We'll see if that turns into anything. We're kind of coming up on actual traffic now. This is where it starts to get a little dangerous. Impeding traffic is when the cops are going to start getting involved. Poor Hyundai stuck behind us. You can see we've got the police over there. Oh, it's actually a couple of police motorcycles. Also got more police down that way. Even more police further down the road. Cars honking and what I assume can only be support. As we head down this dark street. Continue to march down the street. Jump onto the sidewalk. Here, myself. Oop, totally out of focus there. We'll see where this goes. As far as I can tell, the police are not following us. Those police we saw down those streets. Solidarity honks. You love a good solidarity honk. They've got a headlight out. Oh, hey Eli. How you doing? This is a protest. America's falling apart. Woo! Alright, a friend of mine who is not on my Instagram wants a Snapchat video, so I may have to end this, but it will be back shortly. Oh, my mom's the only one watching, so oh well. I'll be back shortly. So here we are, the protest is continuing down University on Tucson. We just reached the intersection of University and 4th. I am sort of towards the front of the pack, not quite. From what I can tell, I haven't seen a single police officer since, what would the intersection have been? I don't remember what the intersection was, but it was at least a half mile back. So we're just gonna keep marching until someone takes notice, I guess, is the point of this. Oh, we got our first hint of police officers again. More police officers that way. People continuing the march. I am thirsty as shit. I think I'm gonna grab a water out of my backpack. I got 3 of them. Granted, this seems a bit overkill. I don't think this is gonna turn into anything where tear gas is gonna be an issue. Of course, good to have just in case. But, sorry, trying to get a water out of the backpack. It's a lot. Ooh, it's still super cold. Gotta pull down the mask. We're exposed, oh God. It's important during a protest, especially in the summer, stay hydrated. You don't want people passing out. Okay, that's annoying, but I also get it. Apparently the whole point of this is to keep people awake, to wake people up to this, so I get the loud noise. Protest continues though. We're heading down 4th, which for anyone not from Tucson is the bar central. It's where all the people go for bars and shit like that. It's yeah. It's a lot. No idea where we're going. But it looks like we're heading, could be heading back towards the downtown area. I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up back. Got a cop there not using his lights. Police officer there, absolutely not using his lights. That has to be for a reason. I imagine that car over there is probably a police car as well. Took me a while to spot that car out, actually. I didn't even notice it. I was too busy looking at my screen. That's just how it goes, I guess. We'll see where this thing goes. Oh, whoop. I just tripped over a crosswalk. Got a person in a wheelchair here out with us. Just shows you how big this is. How this isn't about ability or disability. This isn't about, well, the protest itself is about color, sort of. It's about equality, but there is nothing that bars you from being a part of this. And that, I think, is kind of beautiful. I think that's what this is all about. There's already been calls to not damage any local businesses if there is any rioting tonight. I imagine it'll probably be pretty well abided by. Tucson is nothing if not a relatively tight-knit community for a town of 500,000 people, so I imagine that'll go pretty well. I'm gonna flip back to me now. I've dropped the mask. We're pretty spaced out right now. It looks like we're occupying a shit ton of space. We're occupying probably a quarter mile of street, so the spacing is actually pretty decent here. That being said, I'm probably going to jump over to the sidewalk because there's less people over there. A little bit easier to hear me as well. As my role in this is not, as far as I see my role as being, is not as a protester, but as someone who wants to help get the message of the protest out. And I think that's way more important than anything else. I think it's way more important to get the message of the protest out as opposed to necessarily being a part of it, which just by being here I kind of am. So here you go. Continuing to see people marching more and more. Getting support from people all along the side. Even people who aren't a part of this are still making themselves a part of it, which is of course as cool as it gets. More chants and things. We got cop cars down there. Actually, cop cars and bike. No, just 2 bikes it looks like. There are a couple of bikes down there. One bike without their lights on. It looks like another bike down at the end. Lots of motorcycle police in Tucson, it looks like. Which is not something I really knew about. I didn't know how insane the amount of police, because I've probably seen 50 bikes. Oh, here we go. We've got a tag. Fuck 12. There you go. Fuck 12. I don't know. Getting involved with it, I guess. Got our first legit. If you're looking at here, all of the local businesses. So, don't record us, help us being chanted. Although, depending on the context of the recording. There you go, someone just yelled out, "Don't worry, you can do both," which I appreciate, as that is my whole goal here. Whole goal here is to help, for sure. This is a cool scene. It's definitely the coolest thing I've ever been a part of. And oh, we're getting far away from my car, I just realized. Hi there, PK. Give you a nice little wave back. Hi. Looks like we're meeting out. I'm actually not sure what's happening. It looks like we're stopping moving. Fuck 12 chants starting up again. Oh, and we're back moving. So just walked past someone in body armor. Well, tactical vest. It wasn't really body armor. Man playing guitar. More public businesses. Lots of signs in public businesses stating public ownership and things of that nature. Basically just please to not loot or anything like that, which as far as I can tell look pretty well abided by. It's like a cameraman coming through. Looks like a relatively decent setup though. It doesn't look like just your average, phone warrior like I am. Haven't seen any cops in a while, although actually that's a cop right there. Not the car on the right. That is a cop. That is not a cop. There's no cops down there though. So from what I heard, from reports I read online, it looks like there's supposed to be around 200 over 200 cops downtown tonight. And this is definitely heading downtown. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens if we do head downtown, if police start showing up in more established numbers. Continue to march. We are definitely heading downtown, back downtown. I would be shocked if this doesn't end up downtown, or if this doesn't end up back at the police station. That appears to be where this is headed back towards. So downtown is actually closed. It's the streets downtown are supposed to be closed, in theory. Although everything has kind of stopped. Okay. Things just got a little bit more rowdy. Alright. Try to stay towards the front of this. The front of this is probably... We've got a split. It looks like there's a very gung-ho portion of the protest that wants to go downtown and another very cautious portion that doesn't. Not really sure which one to follow here. I'm going to stick with the ones that are going downtown for now. If they turn back, I'll turn back as well. Looks like the people back there are now trickling down this way. This feels different. This definitely feels different. Presence. We officially have a police presence. Reinforcements. This is not ideal tactically. We've got a bit of a choke point here. We've got police in riot here. See the police in the riot gear. We've hit a bit of a critical mass. looks like the whole group is kind of conglomerated into this one bridge area. Got everybody trying to quiet it down. As it currently stands, it looks like we've got maybe 50 police to the 250 people.
Can I get right here?
Sure, of course, yeah, go for it. So, nobody's moved. There's some people have started to disperse a little bit, but for the most part, the crowd is staying intact. The police have not budged, but neither have we. I'm curious as to where this is going to go. But I'm not going anywhere. Definitely just staying up front with these guys. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. right, so it looks like people are headed out. So we can't get downtown is the main issue. So this is in Tucson, Arizona. You've got tons of graffiti down here that wasn't down here when I first walked up here. So this has all happened just now. You've got the majority of the group moving back towards University. Moving back towards 4th Street, which is where all the local bars and stuff are. I imagine this protest is going to continue elsewhere, or they're going to try to find an additional route downtown. We've got a contingent that are not leaving the police line, but it's maybe 20 to 50 people that aren't leaving. So kind of crazy, hard to hear in a tunnel. It's a little cacophonous, but so I'm gonna flip to me real quick. Looks like some people are trying to find maybe an alternate route downtown. I imagine that's probably for looting purposes. Some more graffiti being put up right around me. The majority of the group, however, is sticking here, staying at this intersection of 4th and something. I'm not too familiar with the streets around here. There's some security guards over there. We've got some graffiti. 1312 ACAB, of course. It's actually starting to rain a little bit. Feeling some drip drops. 1312 ACAB, more. It is beginning. You got a droid. Yes, you're right, I do have a droid. Designer mommy. Yes, I do have a droid. So there's a contingent of people heading up that way. I'm not really sure where that goes. Not super familiar with downtown. So it looks like we're stopping here. Poor people stuck in traffic. Oh well. They knew what they were getting into tonight.
I can't breathe!
People continuing to start chants.
I can't breathe!
Police helicopter flashing its light down here. It's actually keeping its light up on those people up there, which I imagine it's worried about. I imagine what they're relaying is that those people are in threat of getting to the downtown area, which is exactly what the police are trying to prevent. Trying to prevent any damage that they can. More graffiti. People of all ages, shapes, sizes, colors, everything. Everything's here. Trying to help the people in traffic. There's 3 red cars back to back. I don't know what the odds of that are. Just people trying to get home. Which, you know, makes sense. So it looks like the movement's kind of stalled out a little bit here. We'll see where this goes. For now, it's all here. For now, we're just here, though. Yeah, they're kind of a bit of a size of the crowd here. It's actually dwindled a little bit. We've lost maybe 50 to 75 people since we were at the University of Arizona, but that's to be expected. Trying not to get faces in here. Got a big ol' fuck 12 on the sidewalk. Again, more people trying to get through here. As of yet, we are still, all right, we've got some movement. I'm curious if that's how it's gonna proceed. I'm gonna follow that a little bit. See where this contingent is going. I wanna see how many people. Looks like this is the way we're moving out. Okay, so. Okay, so we've got a split in the group. We've got a group that wants to go this way, and we've got a group that wants to go that way. This way, I would assume leads towards downtown. Well, I know it leads towards downtown, but I assume that's why people want to go here. Is in an effort to see us get downtown. That's the inevitable goal of this. And then we've got a small contingent that broke off and went this way. So here's the deal. It looks like this way is going to be the people that just want to talk. Okay, so it looks like to my left, looks like to my left people are gonna go and do a little more marching and talking and stuff. It looks like to the right people are a little more convicted to get downtown. They're continuing to try to get downtown. I doubt it's gonna work. Police have it very well blocked off, but I assume that's the more interesting way. So if they do continue down that, it looks like they're coming back down 4th Street. Looks like downtown is out of the question. All right, so people are gonna keep heading this way, down 4th Street, so I will be following the protest this way. Continuing to give updates on the situation. It looks like the cops aren't actually that worried about what happens down this way. Obviously there is a chopper flying quite low here. Chopper flying quite low. But yeah, now we've got the whole group moving back down 4th Street, back down the Bar Central, a little more dispersed. I think that the police presence at that bridge was a little disheartening for the group. It feels like maybe that was... Oh, I'm gonna flip it around to me while I sum this up. Ah! It feels like maybe I think some people definitely had some looting on their minds. You know, both would have been interesting to follow and see how that would have broken down. I'm gonna pull this off. Would have been interesting to follow that and see how that broke out and broke down. But you know, it's also a good thing. You know, looting isn't amazing. Hi, Soup Bugs. Welcome everybody. All these new people that I don't know. Glad I can provide this little insight into what's going on in downtown Tucson right now. Although technically we're not downtown, we are on 4th Street. For those of you that are from Tucson, you'll know what 4th Street is. And looks like we're getting the group back together. The front contingent. So the front contingent people have stopped. It looks like they're waiting for everybody to catch up. One thing about this protest that is really encouraging and really exciting is the fact that everybody wants to stay together. There's not a whole lot of splitting up, which is one thing that the Portland police if any of you have been following what's going on in Portland. Portland police were very, very good at separating people. Very, very good at getting 2,000 people into a group of 600. We're very good at getting a group of 600 into a group of 300. Now, granted, they use tear gas and flashbangs to do that, but, you know, that's just Portland police, I guess. Tucson police seemingly were very calm, held their position without getting violent, but, you know, that's what this is about. This is about police brutality, and we were peaceful, so they were peaceful. And that's, you know, it's unfortunate to say, but that is technically progress. It shouldn't be. It should be the norm. But here we are. This is the point of the march. I am very near to the front. This is the front. You can see there are people back. We're more spread out. It's about the same amount of people. Again, maybe 50 to 75 less people than were here when I first showed up. However, you know, there's still a good 350 to 400 people. So we'll see where this goes. We will see where this goes. I'm gonna keep following this for a while.
Wait a second. Man, we know protest. Just got our own.
Okay. This is different.
Let's go.
We are now turning down 7th Street. There's a clear contingent of leaders around here, which is interesting. It's interesting to see. Granted, it all revolves around the megaphone, so I guess that makes sense. Rest in peace, Sahara. Absolutely. More graffiti, but and of all the things that could be going on right now, that seems like minimum price. Minimum. So, welcome all you new people. We're heading down 7th Street on Tucson now. We're actually headed more towards an industrial area of Tucson. What I imagine is going to happen is we're going to hook a left up ahead downtown. However, it's not super useful because we still got that chopper following us. It is absolutely a police chopper. At first I thought it might have been a news chopper. It is very clearly not a news chopper. It is absolutely a police helicopter. And they're just tracking the movements. I assume that police are moving down this way towards downtown. Because the whole point of this is to stop us from getting downtown. That's the whole point of police presence today. The protest started at the police station, but once they left, once we all left, or not we, I wasn't here at that point, but once everybody left, it seems like it got more towards the police were more worried about keeping everyone out of downtown as opposed to keeping us from doing other things. Graffiti's been going on and there's been no police presence to stop it, which I don't mind. Hell yeah. You know, riots in Tucson could only make the city look better. You might not be wrong. Hey, cab. Absolutely. Chance. On the night where you cannot see the moon. So it's been a while since I've seen a cop. I mean, obviously, other than the helicopter flying above. Again, we'll see where this goes. So we've hit 6th and 7th, 6th Ave, or is this 6th Ave or is this 6th Street? Yeah, it's the 6th Ave and 7th Street, I think. Again, I'm not, yeah, I'm correct there. We're heading down 6th Ave now. It looks like, or well, some people are. People supporting. Alright, so I guess the idea here is to get to the train tracks. Because the police can't block the train tracks, so I guess the whole assumption here is that once we get to the train tracks, we'll be able to get into downtown in a kind of roundabout way. We'll see if this works. The police have turned back on their searchlight in an effort to keep track of us still. Sorry for the focusing issue. Tempe AZ. Hey, Tempe in the house. This is Tucson, but you know, if Tempe and Phoenix are protesting tonight, then good luck with them. Good luck to them. It looks like, oh, there's actually a train coming. Wow, the timing on that. Extremely loud. Just a random car. Not really sure what's going on here. Alright, so the whole point of this was to cross this train crossing and get into downtown this way. I mean, the whole point of this is to get back downtown. That's what's really going on right now. I'm sure police are mobilizing over to this area, and this train is exactly what gives them time to do so. Just got... I've actually never been this close to a train when it's been going, so this is extremely loud. I'm gonna back off a bit. Put the camera on me for a bit. So, we've got a contingent that wants to turn around and go under the bridge. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just follow it that way. See what's going on over there. Yeah, it looks like we've got a contingent that wants to head underneath the bridge. This way, though, last time we went underneath the bridge, we got stopped by a large line of cops. I doubt the same thing doesn't happen again, although I'll check it out, see what's going on. We'll see what's happening. We've still got a pretty sizable chunk, maybe about a third. Maybe about a third of the people are over here watching what happens at the bridge. See if I can get a clear sight about the kind of police presence that there is underneath the bridge right now. Still got a pretty big contingent down over here. We're gonna see what it looks like. So, I don't know if you heard that, but someone's saying it's blocked off.
We don't have enough personnel.
So apparently, in theory, it is blocked off down here. I'm gonna try to get an angle and see what it looks like down here, and then head back up. Yeah, as you can see here. Sizable police presence down there. Just a whole line of police. So, people not wanting to go back down that way. Try not to get a bunch of people's faces in here. I hop over a barrier. Oh man. Stay safe. Thanks, I'll try my best. Ooh. The best FTP I've seen all night. Absolutely. So, looks like we're back to the original idea of crossing the train tracks, which makes sense. It's going to be easier to get downtown this way. There's less of, those bridges are just, they're choke points. And there's not going to be any way that this protest is getting downtown with those things. So, with those choke points, there's just no way. Try to adjust my glasses here on the fly. They're sitting a little too low on my face. There we go. All right, people are running. Okay, so we've got a pretty sizable contingent of people that are sprinting now in an attempt, sorry for the terrible view, so as you can see, I'm very much towards the front of the pack. We've got everybody trailing behind. But the goal now, we've got a bit of a clear. As you can see, we've got a pulley. There's people calling to go down the tracks. So there's a small contingent of police over here. So now we're getting into an interesting area. People are desperate to get downtown. Police have blocked us off at every stop. I think it looks like public transport is maybe transporting police to and fro. I'm sure they commandeered those buses. I'm gonna try to get off to the side. More police coming. We've got a police car behind, although
They're running out of officers. Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
hands up, don't shoot.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! Viewer, man. I don't care if you can't breathe. I don't care about this.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a higher vantage point. Hands up, don't shoot. As you can see now, we've got police cars pouring in from behind. I'll say this, Tucson police are nothing if not organized. Someone just threw something at a police officer. Another rock being thrown. That's scary because you get a couple people that do stuff like that and suddenly this whole thing turns bad. But we'll see what happens. Keep video vertical, I can't. Looks like everybody's moving out.
Move out! Move out! Get out! Move back! Move back!
Alright. We're at police. Okay. Woo!
Fuck y'all!
Alright. A little scary there. We're at a bit of a moment. These police came from behind. Ugh. Got right up next to us. And with pepper pellet. You know the paintball pellets that the paintball pellets that you can, or the paintball guns you can turn into pepper pellets. We had a couple cops run up on us with those. So, yeah. So that's how this is going. So,
We're on your side! We're on your side! Back in your car! Hey! Stand down!
Hey, walk your right! Walk your right!
things are getting a little bit. We've got SWAT here now. We've actually got a legit SWAT team in here. Yeah, I'm in Arizona. This is Tucson, Arizona. These are the protests in Tucson, Arizona. We've got SWAT police on the scene shooting at the feet of a man. We've got them shooting pepper spray pellets at the feet of a man who has his hands up and is just standing there. Police flanking in from behind. Police are pushing us out now. They're moving. Police are pushing in now from the area that we were before. They're pushing in and trying to push us out of the area. It seems like they're trying to get us away from the train tracks. They're shooting at the feet of the people nearby. Some people may be getting hit in the legs or the feet, but as of yet, they have yet to shoot directly at the chest of someone. We've got people starting to lay down on the ground with their hands behind their backs. We've got a large contingency of police here now. Looks like maybe 75 police officers here, motorcycles.
They're shooting innocent people.
What she said, they're shooting innocent people. Absolutely, we've got more police over here, basically flanking us. Plenty of people laying down with their hands behind their backs, kneeling on the ground with their hands behind their heads. Completely peaceful protest. Loud. We've got a news van. We've got an officer aiming at some people in the background for reasons I don't fully understand. Everything has seemed to settle down just a little bit. I mean, as much as it can. We've still got a huge contingency of police here. None have left. Looks like we're not getting any more police coming in. Looks like the people that were laying down have now gotten up. Okay. We're gonna get rid of her. talking about us needing to go home. She doesn't understand it. We're gonna get rid of that. No more for her. Sorry. If people are gonna be in this chat talking about how we need to go home, then they're gonna get sent home. People still laying on the ground over there. I was incorrect. Maybe even got more people. The police contingency continues to stay roughly about the same, although they are now circling us. The police are beginning to circle us, shining bright flashlights in all of our eyes. Those are the flashes that you keep seeing. I'm trying to keep a safe distance so I don't maybe get hit, while also being close enough to see what's happening. Pellets. We've got police officers shooting pellets at people, shooting pepper pellets. Looks like their main goal was to try to get us off of the train tracks. Oh, we got tear gas. Either the pepper spray has become so saturated in the air that I can taste it and feel it, or we've got tear gas. Police have officially fired tear gas in the air. Alright, so we have our first tear gassing of the night. We've got a bunch of brave as fuck people still laying on the ground out there. If they're not going anywhere, then I'm not going anywhere. Got all these people. So far, no flashbangs. Maybe one tear gas. Definitely a lot of people coughing. But yeah, it's getting jumping off a little bit. I'm going to actually, out of the advice, all right, Amberface, sorry, you gotta go. We're here for a cause, and if you don't understand that, then sorry. Why a train at 2 a.m.? I don't fucking know. It's really annoying though. They're always running. So it looks like we had one tear gas happen, one thing of tear gas, and now we're pretty much okay. I am attempting to get a bottle of water out. Yep, Amber's gone, don't worry guys. I got rid of Amber. Fuck Amber. We don't need people like that in here. Sorry, I'm trying to close my backpack up. I'm not turning the comments off. That's not what this is about. That's literally the whole point of this. Everybody gets a word. Voices need to be heard. That's the whole point of this. I'm not turning comments off. Don't ask again.
Fuck you guys! You guys are pussies!
Looks like things have settled down a little bit, although nice little reunion there. Things have settled down a little bit. We've still got people laying on the ground with their hands behind their backs. Police have not moved in to confront them. We've got people confronting the police, trying to talk to them, of course, not getting anything back. So we are completely phalanxed by police officers. We've got police officers starting here, working all the way around here, all the way around here, all the way around here, all the way around there. This is, every once in a while the pepper spray that they were firing, or if a bit of tear gas got out, it just kind of stings you a little bit if the wind catches it the right way. But as of yet, things have settled down again.
Quit your job!
This is how you treat taxpayers?
This is how you treat taxpayers! Fuck you!
Fucking pussies!
Don't make fun of the people that are out here loving each other. Be happy for the love story.
Stay the fuck back!
Protests and love, that's what we're about. Protests for love. The train is still going. I assume everything's going to remain the same until that train passes. We'll see what happens. We've still got numbers. The people are definitely leaving. We've had people leave, but
Make sure everybody has their face up.
oh, I see what you mean by the lobotomized thing. Sorry. We've definitely had people leave. As of yet, most of the cops are not wearing masks. All riot gear. So we've got a lot of riot gear here, but very little mask action. We do have cops with assault rifles though. We definitely have cops that have, I can't tell if these are paintball rifles or if they're actual assault rifles, though they do look like AR-15s. We've got people pushing up to the cops now in a hands up, don't shoot situation.
Fuck the police! Hands up!
Looks like people are starting to move out a little bit. We've still got a contingency of people that will not leave, but for the most part, people are starting to head back the other direction. Who knows what this means for the cops? If they're going to leave or if they're going to stay here, if they've had to vacate other places that they were holding. Police are starting to push up now. Police are now beginning to push up on us. We've got the police advancing towards us. As of yet, no actual dispersal tactics. No canister. We've got people holding. All right, back live. I don't know what happened there. I'm not really sure why that ended. We've got a few people staying here. So it looks like we've got a few people staying here. The majority of the crowd has moved back that way. However, we've got a few people staying here. I'm definitely going to stay here with the crowd just to see what happens. Who knows what's going to happen with this, honestly. I'm going to keep my mask on just in case the tear gas comes out. There's very few people left here in the front line. Most everybody is back there. You can see just how many people are back there. The majority of the group, a couple hundred people are back there. We've maybe got 50 people here. It's honestly, the number of people, of protesters to cops is probably 1-to-1. At best, 2-to-1 in our favor, but highly unlikely. Oh, does Instagram Live cancel after a while? Okay, that makes sense. So, looks like people are falling back now. Got movement over there. That guy saying things. So you're moving over there to prevent us from getting over in that direction. Very few people. They're starting to advance again, just a little bit. Looks like they're more worried about holding the line than anything else. Yeah, I know. These things always do start out peaceful. Some escalation on one end or the other, usually on that end, unfortunately. Even though that's the opposite of what their job is. So, trying to stay close enough to the front lines to get a good image of what's going on, but you know, it's definitely tricky. That I can't breathe chance. Again, most people have left now.
I can't breathe.
We've maybe got 50 to 100 people left out of the original 400 to 500.
I can't breathe.
We've got a photographer. This photographer has been here longer than I have. Following this, taking pictures. Police are advancing. Police have begun advancing. Looks like they're trying to push us away.
Bitch ass pigs.
Falling back at a cop checking the bush. They continue to try to push us back. It is kind of working, I guess. I'm keeping here though. They continue to push us back now. So far, no. There's been a lot of shoving, but other than that, it's maintaining relatively peaceful. Oh, we just had someone. Oh, okay. Shooting. Okay. So what just happened was a woman tried to stay where she was. The cops were pushing her. They basically absorbed her into the pack, and cops began unloading pepper spray bullets into the crowd, into the feet of the people towards the front. Lots of pepper spray in the air. It's basically tear gas. At least 100 pellets just got fired at the ground. Now we've got the wind blowing it all over the place. It's gonna get in people's eyes. And let me tell you, it doesn't feel, I'm telling you this, the pepper spray pellets that hit the ground and then start spreading doesn't feel much better than tear gas. It's pretty much the same, as far as I can tell. So it looks like they've arrested, or at least detained, that one woman who was pushing into the crowd. Amira, I'm in Tucson, Arizona. This is Tucson. We're not downtown. We tried to get down, or everybody tried to get downtown, but it wasn't happening. So a lot of people sneezing and coughing from all the tear gas or from all the pepper spray. We've got people getting confrontational with the police as far as just telling them why we're here. Hands up, don't shoot. No one's doing anything wrong. We got more police cars are rolling up behind the police that we're currently seeing. We've still got the police chopper out here. We have lost the vast majority of our numbers. We're down to less than 100 people probably. There's some in the back, but this has been reduced to about 75 to 100 people. But yeah, this is where we're at right now. People attempting to hold their line, protest peacefully. A completely peaceful protest. There have been a couple of things thrown at police like an hour ago, but since then there's been nothing here. Everyone has been peaceful here. No one has done anything to instigate. Any violence that has been enacted has been completely on police volition. Thanks. I'm doing my best to stay safe, but we've gotten to the point where there's very few people out here documenting this, and I feel like this needs to be documented. We do have, it is confirmed, we do have SWAT members with AR-15s. I am assuming those are rubber pellets. I'm going to assume pretty safely that those are rubber pellets and not actual bullets, but still. Rubber bullet in the wrong place can absolutely kill someone. So there's that, I guess. Yeah, God bless America, something like that. God bless the people willing to do something. I'm just standing here in the back filming this like an idiot. The people in front, those people right there, those are the real fucking heroes. Those are the real people that are doing something that matters. Refusing to give up on this, even though the numbers have completely divided, the numbers are gone. These people refuse to leave, and that's, I mean, that's as good as it gets. A few people are starting to move back up towards the front. We've got a few people moving up from the back as well. Police chopper is still overhead. Flashlights being shined in people's eyes. It's lovely. Doesn't hurt at all. Where's the crowd? The crowd's gone. If you see, the crowd is pretty much dispersed. We've got some people back there, some people along the street here, but this is it. Once the police started, well, peppering the crowd's feet with pepper spray, that's when it was kind of with the pepper spray bullets. That's it's when the crowd kind of disappeared. Was when the pepper spray pellets really started getting fired at people. I'm sure a few people were hit. A lot of people caught it in the eyes after the fact.
Why is everyone falling back? Fuck the police!
Yeah, we've got there's about 20 people back there in the back just kind of waiting. We've still got 50 to 75 people up here. There's no curfew currently in Tucson. There wasn't really much looting or rioting last night, so the mayor of Tucson didn't see it necessary to enact a curfew. However, I'm sure the cops are not happy about that, but they can also F off. Yeah. So again, no curfew in Arizona. Or not in Arizona. In Phoenix, there was a curfew, I believe, but Tucson, there wasn't. So it looks like the people that are left, everybody has kind of moved back up towards the front. We've now got pretty much everybody left is up here in the front, is refusing to back down. It's something to be admired. We're in Tucson, Arizona. Specifically, we're on 7th Street by the train tracks. Somebody's trying to leave right now in their car. That's fun, I guess. Good for you, dude. Police quick to close the hole that was occupied by the car, maintaining their line. Oh, yeah, I mean, I probably could. Definitely pin it. I don't know. I don't know how to do that currently. I've really not done Insta Live a lot. I don't want to fuck with it right now, on the off chance of missing something very, very important. You can see the police chopper is still very much active. As of yet, the police have maintained, after that last push, they've maintained their place. So have the protesters. Again, the photographer continues to sit down and take pictures and really just get this documented on photography, which is as admirable as anything I'm doing. She's significantly closer, so honestly, I'd give her the go-ahead above me. Just an idiot with a smartphone. I really don't feel like adding you. I'm not going to do it. I'm in Minnesota. Oh, that's cool, dude. You don't have a profile picture, and that's not really the point of this. This is purely to document what's going on right now. Police telling us to go home now. The brave men and women standing in a line, holding their position, and I am not talking about the cops.
Because they couldn't get through.
We don't have a curfew in Tucson. Phoenix does, but Tucson, Arizona does not have a curfew as of yet. We might tomorrow after this, I'm not sure. We've actually got people coming back, it looks like. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know what this is, actually. There's a lot of people back there moving around. I'm not sure what that's about. It looks like they're heading maybe down the bridge. I don't know whether to stick here or to go see what they're all doing. I don't know. Go inside to shoot. All right, so we're gonna get rid of you. Yeah, I got him. Don't worry. There's been no looting, as far as I know. There's been a lot of graffiti.
Fuck the police!
Fuck the police!
There's been a lot of graffiti, and that's about it. Yeah, I blocked us out. There's a reason why I didn't add him to the thing. You know, without the profile picture, I was pretty sure something like that would happen. So yeah, if you guys wanted to, I'm glad you guys reported him. Absolutely. I got rid of him. So we've still got people here. So it looks like the main group that left earlier has actually started coming back. And we've got a lot of people coming back now. This is big. Looks like legitimate reinforcements, which is good for the cause, but I don't know how the cops are going to react to more people coming.
Hey, arrested my brother.
So we've got some more people trickling in. Yeah, I don't know where the other protesters went. They were walking. So it looks like they were trying to split the cops up. It doesn't look like it necessarily worked, but the idea was to try to split the cops up, which makes sense. But now they're coming back. Definitely not in the same numbers as before, but yeah, it is quite a lot of people. It's at least an extra 100 people. We were somewhere in the 300 to 400 range, if not up around 500 before this. But yeah, it's really cool. Hey Devin, how you doing? Glad to see you back. You missed the pepper spray. You missed pepper spray. I got my first taste of pepper spray. That was interesting. And people got it way worse than I did. So. More people have returned, although we had a bunch of people go down in that tunnel from earlier. I didn't personally get sprayed. Cops were unloading dozens, if not hundreds, of pepper spray bullets onto the ground, and it basically acted as a mini tear gas canister. Just tear gas blew everywhere. A few people got hit. A lady did get arrested. That's true. Lady got arrested. I got cornered by a couple cops at one point. Definitely had to evade a little bit. Was way too close to the business end of a pepper spray gun. Probably within 2 or 3 feet. But I have definitely taken it easier than a lot of people. Still numbers.
Shut the fuck up! Fuck the American dream!
Hey!
They're gonna start arresting people! They got a warrant at the wagon!
You're fucking Nazis! Group up! Group up with the red! Group up with the red!
Hey, Jay!
Go back with the red!
Jay, come on! Go back to the red!
So it looks like people are worried about people getting arrested. Yeah, they are definitely doubling as identity protection. That's a big thing right now, especially with all this. Yeah, that one dude. Yeah, there's a dude that's like 6'7" here. That's just like, that's been a freaking badass. That's just been telling everybody like it is. It's pretty great. But yeah, people are moving back. There's some worry that people are going to start getting arrested over here. So we're trying to get back. So it looks like a lot of the people are trying to get back with the larger group to minimize the effects. We got a lot of sneezing. There's still pepper spray in the crowd. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Woo! Stepped in a really bad pothole. Thank you, Tucson. So we've got a lot of people here that are all with the protest. The cops there stayed there. Oh my lord. There was definitely still pepper spray in the air. The cops are not following us, so that's an interesting one. Let's see, so I'm gonna rejoin with what looks to be the bigger contingency. Yeah, I got him. And I dropped the cap to my water bottle. So it looks like we've got a large contingency of people up at this fence over here. We've got some people down in the tunnel. Okay, maybe don't taunt white supremacists. There's shoes up on a telephone / electrical wire, whatever one it is. People getting through the fence. Graffiti all over the place. And across the line, there's all your cops. Obviously the police helicopter is still following around. Alethea. But yeah, so looks like I'm actually gonna all right, so I'm gonna flip this around on me for a second. So it looks like the group is kind of scattered right now, not really sure what to do. Definitely a lot of scared people from before with all of the... Just had someone pull a wicked... Oh! Yeah! Got someone doing donuts out here. Oh! Saw some lights flash. Alright, let's see what happens with this. Alright, police are rolling out to this guy. He looks like he's pieced out. Yeah, there were some police going towards him. Jesus. And then he dipped out. So, the issue is that the way Tucson's city center works is that there's only a few ways you can get in. And the police know that, and so they have just completely blocked off all those entrances. The group is now scattered. There's still people out and about, but for the most part. So see, I'm not really sure what this means. It looks like, at least in its organized form, the protest is mostly over. Not really sure what that means. Yeah, it's there was some pretty scary moments there, especially, with all the pepper spray. The cops were definitely not. They were a little hesitant on the flashbangs and the tear gas, but the pepper spray pellets they were happy to use. But yeah, so as it looks like the organized portion of this is kind of over, It's almost midnight here in Tucson. There's going to be a lot of people hanging out around here. Go check 6th Bridge. That is not a bad idea. I'll stay live while I go do that. But yeah, there's not a lot here. If the 6th Bridge looks pretty clean, it looks like the majority of the people here that were at the protest are still at this general vicinity. Okay, so for those of you that aren't paying attention to chat, it looks like there's some people at that first bridge where we encountered police. It looks like there's people there. There's definitely a lot of people wandering from over in that vicinity. I'm sure doing the same thing that I'm doing, just checking the other bridge, seeing what's going on. Sorry, I'm trying to stay hydrated. It's hot in Arizona. It's like 85 degrees outside right now. It's hot. The police helicopter seems to be staying with the group that's back over there. It is definitely the bigger group. Oh, we got a lot of people, a lot of trucks coming out of this area. Not sure what for. A lot of pickup trucks and stuff. Wait, was that the 6th Bridge? That was the 6th Street Bridge. So it looks like, so the chopper is doing wider and wider circles as this thing spreads. So I guess we'll see. It looks like for the most part the protest has dispersed. There's still probably about 150 people over at the intersection of 6th and 7th. We've still got the police chopper circling up ahead. It's doing wider and wider circles. I'm trying to keep an eye on where everyone is. At this point, I'll probably be heading home. There's not a whole lot left. One of two things is going to happen. Either people are going to get bored and disperse, and slowly but surely the numbers are going to dwindle.
Stay dangerous.
YG, stay dangerous. But yeah, it looks like for the most part, this thing is getting ready to end. So I'm gonna check this. I believe, is this 4th? I'm gonna check one last place and yeah, it looks like there's nothing really going on here. We do have police sirens. Oh, it's a fire truck. Oh, actually, I do smell fire. Wait. So we've got fire trucks. This is interesting. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow the fire trucks. I can definitely smell something out this way. Oh yeah, there's a fire. Someone started one. We're gonna go see what that is.
my life.
We've got a light police presence. All right. So SWAT is not allowing us to get a view of what happened. If I had to guess, looks like what probably happened was a dumpster fire. Someone got a dumpster fire started. All right, so nice officer over there who kind of knows what he's talking about. All right, so here's what happened. So there's a bunch of smoke up there. You can kind of see it. We had 2 fire trucks, some SWAT members, couple holding AK or AR-15s, 1 or 2 holding pepper spray guns, pepper spray pellets. But it looks like what happened was. It was just a dumpster fire that someone started, which is actually pretty impressive. Dumpster fires are not actually that easy to start. Looks like they got a pretty good dumpster fire going, and that was all that was going on there. The nearest thing to there was a local business, so kind of glad that it wasn't anything more serious. But the police were absolutely not letting anyone go in that direction. They weren't letting anyone interfere with the firefighters, which I appreciate because firefighters are absolutely heroes. But yeah, so it looks like that was that actually, if what I read was correct, it looks like that was the first fire of the Tucson protests. Yesterday, late at night, I wasn't at yesterday's protests, but from what I read, the protests went from 9 o'clock till about 4 a.m. And around 3:30, things started getting a little bit violent. There was a few windows broken, but for the most part, it remained mostly peaceful. And it seems like that was mostly the case for today. There was absolutely some touch and go moments, a couple of way too overzealous police officers. Firing dozens of pepper spray pellets into the crowd, into the feet. I don't know if they actually understand that stuff stays in the air, and I mean, I know it fucked me up for a couple minutes. 9:05. I'm in Tucson, Arizona. This is where these protests are happening. It's really cool to see actually that it's not just Chicago and New York and Minneapolis is obviously where it started, but it's not just these major cities. It's Tucson, which is I think the 20-something most populated. Raleigh, North Carolina, there were some major protests and some legitimate rioting going on in Raleigh. So it's really cool to see. But it looks like mostly the end for today. People are trickling out of where, people are trickling out of the area where we all were majorly, where things really started to pop off. It was completely peaceful. I can count on 2 fingers the number of times that a person in a crowd of literally 300 to 500 people got even the most bit violent. 2 times. Everything else, people were standing in place. They were protesting peacefully. It was a completely peaceful protest. It was as successful as you can get. And even with that, cops still got violent. And still there was a lot of shoving, at least 1 arrest. And the arrest was literally for standing in place and not moving and not allowing the person to be pushed out of the way by police. And she was arrested and sprayed down with pepper spray pellets, and kind of brutal, honestly. But that's kind of it. I'm walking back to my car now. I've got a 5 to 6 minute walk. Actually, probably closer to 10 minutes. So I'm just going to head back to my car now, try to find actually there's a garbage can right there for my water bottle. But look, all you people at the height of it, when things were really getting kind of violent. I had like 40 people watching, and I knew I was going to have quite a few people watching, you know, when things were really popping off. But for the people that have stuck around and popped in and out, and you know, weren't just in it for the glory, weren't just in it to see the violence and what could go wrong. I really appreciate you, and you guys are the ones that really matter. You guys are the ones that really make a difference. I'm just an idiot with a smartphone. Honestly, I'm just an idiot with a smartphone that decided to go out and see what he could record. I wasn't standing in front of police officers with my hands up, saying hands up, don't shoot. I wasn't lying on the ground with my hands behind my back, chanting, get off my neck and I can't breathe. Those are the people that are really the heroes. Those are the people that deserve all the credit. I just, you know, it's hard in situations like this. You can't really get names and faces and stuff because, you know, there can be some real legal ramifications behind that. But, you know, those are the people that are the real heroes, and they're the ones that deserve all the glory for everything that went down tonight. And it was just really cool for me to get to watch that and witness it and in some stupid small way technically be a part of it. And I want to thank you guys all for watching and for just being here and for making it known that no matter where any of us are, where the protests are happening, that we're all in this together, and that this is shit's got to change, and hopefully it will. But with that, it's dark. It's not a very well lit area, so I'm gonna turn off the stream now. Again, thank you everybody for watching, and if there are more protests tomorrow, I'm gonna be right back out here, and I'll be back with some more live videos. So peace out, guys.